Do you want to introduce yourself confidently? Then this video is for you. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you 3 simple steps on how to do so. Number 1, smile. Number 2, briefly introduce yourself. And step number 3, breathe and speak slowly. That sounds interesting to you? I guess so. That's why you're here, right? So stay tuned for the next minutes and enjoy the conversation. In this video, I'd like to talk with you about how to introduce yourself confidently. Let's start right away with number 1, smile. Did you know it takes about 7 seconds to get a first impression? Yes, you heard correctly, 7 seconds. It means that the moment that you walk into a room, the moment before you talk, or the moment that you walk towards someone, this is already part of your introduction. Can you believe that? It means that you want to use those 7 seconds to show yourself from your best possible side. This is not your left or your right side. No, it is your friendly side. Remember that the next time that you introduce yourself, smile. Simply put, to whom do you prefer to talk to? Somebody who's really grumpy? Or someone who just smiles at you? You can see in my case, I already had difficulties imitating somebody who's grumpy. But I'm sure you get an idea about whom you prefer to talk to. Let's even go one step further. Psychology today compared a simple smile with a feel-good party in your brain. Woohoo! Can you imagine this? Because every time when you smile, your body produces feel-good hormones. And they just bring a lot of awesome gifts to that party. Yes, because you feel good, it boosts your mood, and you feel confident. And this is very interesting because even your listener sees you as more attractive, reliable, and sincere. Isn't that amazing? A simple smile has so many magical powers. And when you introduce yourself next time, just take advantage of all those superpowers and smile. Now let me summarize. The next time that you introduce yourself, remember to smile and introduce yourself as a confident person. Let's move on to point number 2. Introduce yourself. In this part, you do the actual talking. And you think about, what do I want others to remember about me? And when you do that, you can talk about different topics. For example, what are you passionate about? What is unique about you? Is there a fun fact about you? Or what would others say about you? Those others can be your family members, your friends, colleagues, partner, boss, children, grandparents. What would they say about you? And when you introduce yourself, remember to connect it with a story. Let's be honest, we all love to hear a good story. At least I do. And when you introduce yourself with a story, your listener remembers your message. And you might find a point in common and connect with each other much easier. Now let me show you how this could look like. There are 2 ways, what to avoid and how to do it. Are you ready? Yes! Let's start. Hello, my name is Louisa and I love everything about communication. It's just awesome, isn't it? And I could talk about it for hours. I look forward to our future conversations and see you soon. Number 2. Hello, my name is Louisa. And one thing that is unique about me is that I love communication. I remember those moments where I spoke with people and they could not understand me. It was so frustrating. And over time, I learned more about different aspects of communication and the proper communication approach. And I've learned that anything is possible with the right communication approach. That sounds interesting to you? Then join me for the next conversation. Which of those 2 introductions are you more likely to remember? Number 1 or number 2? My guess is number 2, because it is connected with a story. When you introduce yourself and connect your introduction with a story that you are passionate about, you will see that everything just goes smoothly. You almost feel like dancing when you talk because it is something that you're passionate about and it will just go smoothly. Let me summarize. To introduce yourself assertively, remember to connect your introduction with a story that is unique about you. And think about what would others say about you. And you will see you can connect with your listener and your listener remembers your story. Let's move on to point number 3. Breathe and speak slowly. You might recognize yourself in that situation. You're just so excited to talk that you speak as fast as Speedy Gonzalez runs. Boom! And when you speak that fast, yes, you use a lot of filler words. Well, so, whatever filler word, but you use a lot of filler words. And especially what happens in that moment is that your mouth speaks way faster than your brain thinks. And by using those filler words, your brain says, hold on a moment, I need to think what I'm going to say next. So remember, when you introduce yourself, take a deep breath and speak slowly. Because when you speak slowly, your mind and your mouth connect at the same speed. According to Business Insider, using a lot of filler words impacts the connection between you and your listener. You can imagine that a tiny filler word is like a giant roadblock. And the more you use those tiny filler words, your listener has to make an effort to overcome every time this giant roadblock. In addition, when you use a lot of filler words, you seem nervous, distracted, and not confident. And you want to introduce yourself assertively. That's why remember to breathe and speak slowly. When you do that, you can take advantage of many different aspects. First of all, you use less filler words. You also remember to smile. And you feel more confident, you feel more relaxed, which would be visible in your body language, but also by the words that you use. And above all, when you speak slowly, your listener has time to process all your information and react to your message. On the plus side, when you speak slowly, you have all the time to put together your perfect introduction, or maybe not perfect introduction, but an introduction that you feel comfortable with. To summarize, the next time that you introduce yourself assertively, remember to first breathe and speak slowly. Because when you do that, you can connect with your listener and they can see the real person who you are. We are now at the end, but before we finish this video, let's just summarize everything. To introduce yourself confidently, point number 1, smile. Because when you smile, you show yourself from your friendly side and you can connect with your listener. And you invite your listener to your feel-good party. Number 2, briefly introduce yourself with a story. Especially when you tell a story, you connect with your listener and of course your listener remembers your story. And point number 3, breathe and speak slowly. Because when you do that, you have more time to think what you're going to say, you avoid filler words, and of course you can connect with your listener. It is up to you now to put all those 3 tips into practice and drop in the comments below what you liked or what you would like to hear more of. Then see you very soon and have fun! Sounds one more time. And what you need to smile. I will just do it one more time. Not that I only speak a lot as a kid, but I'm just trying to be funny. And number 3, that's a 4. Speak too fast.